It's been a tough year for the garden. I had this place looking pretty neat, but then we had all that cold weather at the beginning of the year and I thought everything would die, and some of it did. And then we've had the hottest, driest weather that I can ever remember, I think. The grass went brown. I had lovely, lush green grass. I reseeded it last year and it just went brown, completely brown. But then I went on holiday, and I think the whole 2 weeks I was away, it must have rained here constantly, because now it looks like this. I promise you, it was neat. It was very tidy out here, but now it looks like this. So I need to sort it out. When I first did this, I got to the point where my plans got pretty elaborate. And I think nowadays I'm good at being quite pragmatic with the garden. So here's my plan for today. Right, I think to do this properly, it's going to take me 2 hours. To do it properly, I need to go through the lawn and I need to pull up all of the weeds, and then I need to mow it, and then probably I need to go over it and put seed down. And I'm not going to do all that today. What I'm going to do is just the bare minimum. I'm going to pull up the thistles because they're horrific, and then once I've done that, I'm just going to mow over it, because the priority today is to get it looking presentable, and I can do the more involved stuff on the lawn another day when I've got time. I also need to go down the patio, and I need to pull all the weeds up out between the cracks. So it's going to be a fair bit of work, even without doing everything that the lawn needs. Most of what I've done so far has been digging stuff up with a fork from between the slabs, and that is quite labour intensive, but it doesn't have to be that way. When you're a bit more on top of doing this, you can use one of these stick things like what I've got here, and you can just literally just go over the top of it and it comes up really easily. There's another tool I've got which is quite good fun as well, which is a really tiny little flamethrower, and the tiny little flamethrower isn't all that powerful. You can't expect it to just delete the weeds. It won't burn them to a crisp, but what it will do is it'll damage the leaves enough that the weeds just won't grow anymore. So you go over it one day with the burner, and then 2 days later you can just sweep them away and they've just kind of turned to dust. So that's really useful too. Lastly, of course, is the strimmer. If you look at those weeds I've got down on the ground just there, strimmer sometimes is just the best way to get rid of them, because weed killer doesn't touch them, and it doesn't matter what I do, whether I pull them up or whether I burn them, they always come back. So why not do it the quickest way? There's not very much in there. Well, I'm about done here, and all I can say is I'm glad I was pragmatic, because this took me about 3/4 of an hour longer than I thought it would. I slightly underestimated the task at hand. Nevertheless, I've done what I set out to do. It's not perfect, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I really feel like these videos have a new genre of their own. I hope other people would like to contribute to this genre. Noob gardening. The 3 central principles of noob gardening being, as we found out today, do things I can do quickly, don't try to do them perfectly, and tidy up afterwards. And sorry about the 2-finger gesture there, that was an accident. This could be fun. I'm going to do some more videos. Bye.